me my brothers!
Okay. Visit, live, destroy. Walk.
Spotted a crime taking place in your area if you aren't too busy.
Apparently there's some kind of exhibition happening up in that ruined building. I do not get that fancy art stuff.
Think I might move to Wakanda. Looked like something big was...
I need a change of scenery. I'm so sick of the cold. I want to move someplace hot. You know anywhere hot? Oh, but I hate the beach, so sand is a big no-no for me. So come on, recommend?
All this danger lately really makes you realize how precious every moment is. Oh, a free snack bar for sitting through a 3-hour seminar? Don't mind if I do.
Right. Let's go get that Nexus fragment out of the cave. What do you mean somebody already got it? Aw, man.
If your home was lost or
Now I'll show those guys.
Can you believe they're still making video games about losers like the Avengers? They already had their turn. 2, in fact. Though I'm not sure if they're both strictly canon. Either way, when was the last time you saw a game with a duck on the cover? The industry needs to change, starting with my new game, codename Project Egg. Sadly, my Quackstarter campaign fell through, so I'm gonna need to find the funds for this thing some other way. Think you could help me find a wealthy entrepreneur that I can hit up for the dough? You won't regret it, kid. See what you can find out from the folks around here. There's gotta be at least one moneybags in this joint. To be honest, I was expecting bigger things from Quackstarter after all the hype. Barely hit 5% of my goal. Kids these days don't know what they want.
The thing they don't warn you about when working at the bank is the folks who keep you working late drying off waterlogged treasure. How'd it get so wet? And why was there so much of it? Whoever it belonged to must be rich.
do you have a problem with constant Kree invasions?
Find out anything about our wealthy friend?
Whew, thanks. You had me worried for a minute there.
Take that, Kang!
Turns out the Cave of Dragons did have an actual dragon inside. Somebody owes me a blue stud.
just want to go home.
That old prospector over in the Old West said he pulled a big hole of something out of the water the other day. Didn't say what it was, but he was winking so hard I thought he was going to hurt himself. And he was soaking wet. What a strange fellow.
I need a change of scenery.
You want me to shovel all that snow? That's too much, man.
Apparently there's some kind of exhibition happening up in that ruined building. Man, I do not get that fancy art stuff.
I really want to roll a big snowball down the mountain. Times are hard enough in the city without giant frozen boulders hurtling towards the place.
ATM refused my card the other day. Apparently because my bank doesn't exist in this universe anymore. So now I'm pretty much living on a diet of bits of old shoe, which is surprisingly good if you leave it to soak in rainwater for a while. I just want to go home already.
I'd been saving up for months to buy my dream car. But since everywhere I needed to drive to no longer exists, I don't need it anymore. So I did the logical thing and burned all my money.
There was some, questionable training taking place on the mountain earlier. Must be some new kind of ancient martial art or something.
This snow's been real bad for business. My poor store's been split down the middle. All the fan-favorite balloons are stuck on the side of the store that I can't get to. Ugh! Just thinking about the money I'm losing's making me lightheaded. Hey! The balloons I want are on the other side of the store, not here.
Citizens with suggestions on how to improve Chronopolis can submit them to the big chasm surrounding my citadel. While it may look as though your idea is being thrown into the abyss, I actually have a very impressive and high-tech system in place for collecting this data.
Who's ready to face some sweet, sweet justice?
Hey, how'd you get in there? Don't you go popping any of the balloons, you hear? I mean it. Not a single one. Not even the one with... Ah! What are you doing? No!
That cool lock Dr. Strange has on his sanctum, where can I give one of those?
Chilly up here, huh? Like, more chilly.
If I have to listen to one more of those Kang announcements, ooh, I'm gonna do something!
I must protect my people in this strange new world.
Apparently there's some kind of exhibition happening.
Nice. But I guess it'd be worth more in its original packaging.
Ah! What are you doing? watches us with those drones. It's so creepy. Just take your filthy brick and get out of here.
I always thought Kunlun had a city on the mountain. Shame Kang didn't bring that into Chrono.
You know Howard the Duck? I got something I was hoping you could pass on to him. A big slap upside the head. That feathered crook stole my sandwich.
Ooh, I can't feel my face.
So what do you got for me?
Apparently there's some kind of exhibition happening up in that ruined building.
Well, I appreciate you passing on the message without the violence. But technically it was more of a croque madame than a sandwich. They set the money on what? Ugh, that could have been our meal ticket.
It's already that late?
Promising. If we knew who cashed in that loot, we could definitely hit them up.
Something must have gone down in the Cave of Dry.
Anything else? Could be something there. If we can confirm it wasn't just an old booty dug up. So putting what you've told me through the old Detective Mellon, we can deduce that the old prospector over in the Old West recently came into some serious cheddar. This is perfect.
Looked like something big was going down on top of the Avengers mansion earlier. Think it had anything to do with that massive face that appeared in the sky?
The only thing now is to figure out how to convince an old-timey prospector to invest in a Talking Ducks video game. But that won't be the weirdest thing I do all week by any stretch. Thanks for the help, kid. Oh, and if you run into Forbush Man, could you tell him the funds are in the bag? Last I heard, the poor guy was looking into making money through social media marketing.
All this snow gear's a waste of money, huh? Well, who's laughing now, Mom?
Kang here with another Kang announcement. All citizens are to report any sightings of the Avengers to their nearest Kang police officer.
Another crime, and this one's a doozy. Think you can get to it?
Hey! Sorry. That didn't sound dignified. I meant, yay!
If some kind superhero could see their... Ouch!
All right, my hero.
Another criminal in the bag.
Questionable training taking place on the mountain. Must be some new kind of ancient martial art or something.
You know what these place needs? More panda statues.
Spotted a crime taking place in your area if you aren't too busy.
Hero supply store? Lady who runs it always seems to be in some sort of trouble. You'll learn to tune it out.
Get me out of here!
Stupid snow. Taking forever to plow.
Huh? What? What's happening? Get out of the way, Snowstand!
I have no idea how that happened. Thanks, true believers. Hey, tell us where you are.
Is it odd that I'm really craving a...
Oh. The cold never bothered me. Oh. Anyway. Don't forget to buy milk.
I need a change of scenery.
questionable
I need a change of scenery.
Hey, look! It's billionaire Tony Stank! It might be a slightly controversial opinion, considering all the people who've been uprooted from their homes, but I actually think this Chronopolis place looks rather picturesque in an unorthodox sort of way. In fact, I was just thinking how nice it would be if someone, perhaps a kind nephew of mine, were to take some lovely photos for me. Only if they had the time, of course. That's very kind of you, dear. Thank you. Now, what kind of picture would I like? How about a picture that features a sphinx, that big floating bowl-looking city, and Kang's big electric tower? That would make for an interesting mix, don't you think?
I flew across the world to get to Kunlun, and now it's right in my backyard? Enlightenment and martial art mastery make—
Don't mind me, just your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Did you forget what I asked for, dear? Not to worry. What I'm after is a picture that features a sphinx, that big floating bowl-looking city, and Kang's big electric tower. That would make for an interesting mix, don't you think?
Looks like some trouble is brewing where you are. You're like a magnet for this stuff, huh?
Is there a person out there who can understand my vision?
The, Statue of Liberty look a little off.
Free snack bar for sitting through a 3-hour seminar? Don't mind if I do.
Peril have I become ensnared this time? Thanks, Sat.
That was fast. I'll let you know if I find any others.
I cannot rescue them alone, but who would aid me?
Is there a person out there who can...
I would have brought my own camera, but I don't think you can buy the...
I need a change of scenery.
Someone just bumped their way to the top of my best heroes list.
Making Chronopolis a safer place, one sleazeball at a time.
Watch must watch over me.
Good work. We can't let those guys just do as they please.
Hey!
To all citizens complaining about the so-called Manhattan Blizzard,
Goons, bad guys, villains, crooks, enemies, whatever you want to call them, go take them down.
The hand! It must be the hand! Nobody else could concoct a scenario so nefarious!
Yesterday she was purple. You'll learn to tune it out.
My training never prepared me for this. Probably because it was in software development.
Time to get to training. No! Help me!
Well, yeah, the situation's getting worse.
Is it odd that I'm really craving ice cream?
Help!
You seen that superhero supply store? The lady who runs it always seems to be in some sort of trouble. Yesterday she was purple. You'll learn to tune it out.
Did you forget what I asked for, dear? Not to worry. What? Thank you, dearie. That looks lovely. Unfortunately, all my picture frames are back home, which is in who knows what dimension. So, until someone sorts that business out, I'll just have to unload the picture to sociable media. If I think of any other pictures I'd like, I'll be sure to let you know. And of course, if you need anything from me, don't be a stranger. You give your Aunt May a call once in a while.
Great power comes great responsibility.
I want to be just like you when I grow up. What? I can still grow.
There was some, questionable training taking place on the mountain earlier. Must be some new kind of ancient martial art or something.
No! Help me!
Goons, bad guys, villains, crooks, enemies, whatever you want to call them, go take them down.
Where should I go from?
Is this a new TV? I can't figure out the remote. How do I switch this to candles? They're the only ones who ever have anything nice to say about me. What? I can't hear you. My head's in the fridge. Do we have any cream cheese? Huh? My mic is turned on.
Good work. We can't let those guys just do as they please.
He's watching you.
Thank you.
Kronos building was a real giant fireball, so it'd melt all this snow. Of course, then we'd have a giant fireball to deal with.
There's a crime happening near you. Can you see it? Go teach those guys a lesson.
All right, let's go get that Nexus fragment out of the cave. What do you mean somebody already got it? Aw, man.
Time to get to training. Three Manhattans. Ha ha ha. All this danger lately really makes you realize how precious every moment is. Oh, a free snack bar for sitting through a 3-hour seminar? Don't mind if I do. Rational thinking to the rescue.
No matter how old you get, nothing.
I could have totally been the Iron Fist. Well, maybe if I cut out dairy.
Looked like something big was going.
I am Drax the Destroyer.
It's already that late?
Yeah.
You seen that superhero supply store? Lady who runs it always seems to be in some sort of trouble.
Oh, snap! I went to get a hairdryer to thaw out that frozen guy in the cave, but I got totally distracted.
that chaos on the Avengers Mansion rooftop from here. Those guys sure love creating a...
We're about to start tonight's performance. Quickly, take your seat.
Saw him fighting a bunch of snowmen earlier? Maybe I've been up here too long.
Just me?
Citizens will be pleased to...
You've got bad guys causing trouble nearby. They make me so mad.
Something must have gone down in the Cave of Dragons. Someone yelling at me when I walk past them.
Looks like something big was going down on top of the Avengers mansion earlier. Think it had anything...
Thanks. Man, it was cold in there.
The master says I won't make any progress in my training until I stop wearing overcoats and start wearing...
I flew across the world to get to Kunlun, and now it's right in my backyard? Enlightenment and martial art mastery may be priceless, but those plane tickets definitely cost something.
That cool lock Doctor Strange has on his sanctum, where can I give one of those? This is the best pizza in Chronopolis, and don't let nobody tell you otherwise.
Where should I go for lunch?
Turns out the Cave of Dragons did have an actual dragon inside. Somebody owes me a blue stud.
How am I supposed to make the greatest production the world has ever seen under these conditions?
You seen that superhero supply store? Lady who runs it always seems to be in some sort of trouble. Yesterday she was purple. You'll learn to tune it out.
Hey. Hey, it's me, Agent 13. Think you can help me get these elevators open? I have a sneaking suspicion Alexander Lukin has a cosmic cube locked up in this building. I just need to get inside so I can check it out.
I promise my next suit will be able to deal with this kind of thing.
That's blown it. Doesn't look like I can ride it like that. Elevator is not worthy.
The mighty Thor will make short work of this.
I am Groot.
Well, that's not technically a cube, and it's definitely not the cosmic kind I was after. That was bad intel. Very bad intel. How about you take that thing and we just forget this ever happened?
Yes. One of the items I wish to collect has now been obtained. This is good.
This is the best pizza in Chronopolis, and don't let nobody tell you otherwise.